Okay. Oh no. I think I'm gonna mulligan actually. Don't hit that. Fucker. All right, here at Cornwall today, playing 18. My best score at this course ever was 7 under. I've birdied every hole, but not in the same round. So I'm trying to see if I can beat my best score. And I'd really like to go today without any bogeys. I just got this new putter, Berg X. It's freaking elite. And it's really up my putting game, which is where I think I rack up the bogeys a lot. And first throw, not the best, but probably get a par. It's probably a par. Pretty good kick over there. Uh-oh, long putt. That's another par right there. That'll be an interesting putt inside the bush. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. Could not make it. That was a crazy stretch. Trying to practice my putts, so I'm just going to be throwing 2. Obviously, I'm just going to count the first one. All right, hole 4. I juiced it way past and on the backside of the trees, so it's gonna be a tough one. All right, we're at hole 5. Still no bogeys. Still no birdies though either. So. That was unfortunate. Yeah, I really just put a lot too much anhyzer on that, and it hit a tree and came back. Oops. All right, the basket's just right behind that tree up there. See if I can get up there. I already got myself in a sticky situation. I think I can make this putt though. Not even on my second one. All right. There goes the bogey-free day. Let's see if I can still keep it even or under. See why I need to practice my putts? Pretty close. Really want to redeem myself for that bogey on the last hole. Let's see what happened. Or not. If only the second one counted. The thing with these high baskets is if you miss big. Aim super high apparently. Alright, I can still technically get my best score, but it's not looking so hot today. I did just have a job interview today, and I had my blood rushing and I was pretty locked in. So hopefully I didn't use all my locked-innedness on that. Hole 7. Let's see what happens. There's a big wind coming in right now. really shaking the trees. I should go quickly. That was pretty good. Gotta believe in myself sometimes, so I'm going to make this putt. I'm not gonna make that putt. Still a par though. Yesterday I caught a little bird in my garage, just with my bare hands, and I'll insert a picture. Thought he was gonna be a good omen, and I'm kind of feeling like he took all the birdie energy away from me. Turn over. Okay, not too bad. Turned over really late. That is a 13 speed though, so what can I tell you? I got a channel Bodanza, a great disc golfer, great videos, and run it. I keep missing left. What is happening? But it's still a par. I'm gonna try something different here. Throw a mid. I usually throw like a low power distance, or I guess fairway driver. But see if I can get there with a mid, because I overpowered it last time. Or just throw it all the way to the next hole. Alright, as you can see, I have a tiny gap. Should I run it? Probably not. But I'm going to do it anyways. Miss right. Overcorrect. And miss left. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ooh. It's a par. Alright, this hole is kind of the bane of my existence, but believe it or not, this is the closest I've ever been to an ace was this hole. I just hit the top of the cage. I did it by giving this disc a little Anheuser. Flew down, turned over, came back in. You've seen that like 3 times, me freaking trying to explain that I'm going to do that. But it just doesn't work. I'm going to throw one tester shot with this because I'm finally figuring out kind of how to use it. It's super flippy. It's a mid. Yeah. I just want to see what happens with this disc because, like I said, I'm kind of figuring out how to throw it because it just fades so hard, so fast if you throw it flat. Okay, that was beautiful, low key. I'm just gonna go off that. Keep getting these shots where I'm just like right outside my comfort zone for putting, but it's a good test of my patience and will to live. Big windy right now. And the second one doesn't count, like usual. I think I just hyped up the berg a little bit too much at the beginning of this. You can't let these freaking discs grow their ego too large or they just fade left like crazy. All right, I think we're at hole 11 now. I'm 2 over. I've already bogeyed twice, obviously. My goal was to not bogey today and get a best score. Not sure if that's in my future, but I have 8 holes. Yeah, even if I birdied every single one of these holes, I'm not gonna make that. So let's just say for the end of this, I want to not bogey any more holes and have fun. Got a lot of wind to work with today. This is kind of odd for Cornwall because it's very heavily wooded, but there's a storm a-brewing out there, boys. Almost decapitated a squirrel there. Really unfortunate. Poor guy. Yeah, my disc hit like right up there. The little dude was totally unfazed. What a legend. What? Squirrel luck. Let's go. Yeah, I couldn't even see the basket from where I was at. So I was just shooting in the dark. The dark shot back. Alright, like I said earlier, very windy. I know what to do on this hole. Birdie it a lot, but the wind is it's a change. Okay, parked it. Thought that was going in for a second. not really quite as parked as I thought it was. I think it just hit these branches and got knocked. See if I can fight the wind and make it in. Close call on the first one. Still counts. Gotta get those practice putts in when we can. The wind is getting progressively crazier. I don't know if it's really worth waiting for it. One of these trees over here looks like it's gonna fall down and smack me in the head. That would just be unfortunate. That's definitely an extra stroke right there. That was silly. Not my best throw. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you can see it, how much these trees are shaking, but they are. My eyes are full of shit. What a fun day. I just gotta get it right under the basket. I'm not gonna go for anything crazy here. There is a big hill drop off on the back side of the basket, so. I'm gonna run one just for fun. And that's probably like 30 feet away now. That's why I didn't go for it on the first try. Hard. Alright, I just gotta make it over there. Super windy. Low-key, I think that might be my jacket from last time I played here. I'm not entirely sure. Should I take it? I don't know. I feel like somebody probably shit in it or something. Anyways, you can see all like the pine needles and everything falling, like it's raining. It's kind of raining too. There's some people walking up to the basket. Might just take a second here. Alright, we're gonna send it. Not horrible, but far from good. Alright, again. Not a good look. We'll see what I can do. Okay. Just throw it a mile past. Again, awesome. Feeling like that's another bogey look. Another bogey. Just couldn't keep it at even. Yeah, there's just something about throwing stuff through close gaps where like I just throw it super hard for some reason and then I end up getting a bogey. But I feel like if I throw it too soft, I'm either gonna early release or grip lock it and it's gonna hit the tree. And that's why I named my channel Broadside Disc Golf. So I'm always hitting the broadside of trees like a freaking crazy person. But so it goes. Literally crazy wind. Yeah. All right. Let's run it. Broadside disc golf. So far. Oh man. Totally grip locked it. It ended up going kind of where I wanted it to go though. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Par, par, par. Par, 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 par. A little bit of an early release there. I'll throw another one just for fun. Ooh. But for fun one almost aced. Shucks. I don't even know if I'm gonna get even today. It's a rough one. Alright, I need a birdie to come back to even. So how about that? Be a really far putt. Probably gonna make a birdie. Gotta stay positive. Lock in. can't quite get it that far and straight. Hard. Alright, I never picked up my disc from the last one over here. The only way I could get back to even is acing. So I might do like a shiesty little ace run here. See how many I throw at it. Nope. Nope. All right, two more. Nope. I gotta give it more juice and keep it lower. I hit cage. Fucking hell. Alright, since I didn't ace, came really close, I gotta go for my first shot, so it's back here. That's gonna be a par right there. That's where the one that I almost aced with was. I think it hit the cage. I'll have to run back the footage. Alright, let's get this par. Well, there it goes. I did not manage to hit either of my goals for the day. That's fine. Failure builds character, and then you get better at disc golf. And if you fail at other stuff, well, you're shit out of luck. Peace.